Hello everybody, welcome back to Planet X News. This is Scott from the Nibiru channel, October 1st, 2017. Ladies and gentlemen, I've had a lot of emails lately asking me about the extinction of the dinosaurs and comets and their relation to Planet X. Well, first let me say, I don't think that there is any relation to Planet X and comets. As far as the mass extinction of dinosaurs, well, folks, to me, the door is still wide open on that subject, and scientists and researchers have been looking at this topic for a very, very long time. And I don't think that we will ever truly know what happened 65 million years ago. Science can form their own theories, their own hypothesis on what actually occurred. But again, I don't think that we will ever know. Is there a relation to Planet X? Maybe, maybe not. Is there a relation to the Bible, the Great Flood? Maybe. Maybe there isn't. And once again, we will probably never know. An article was published on March 30th of 2016, last year, on physics.org. And a professor of mathematics, astrophysicist, Dr. Daniel Whitmire, he published an article and some paperwork based on his theories that possibly Planet X, a Planet 9, definitely had something to do with the extinction of dinosaurs and in relation to comets. And again, folks, we will never know. A lot of these doctors of physics and astrophysics and mathematics, well, that's what they're using. They're using mathematical equations to try and figure this out. There's no way that we could have actual observations from 65 million years ago. We just weren't around. So, my personal opinion, I don't think that Planet X, as they call it, had anything to do with the extinction of dinosaurs. I don't think that there is any relation to comets and Planet X. Now, the disruption of asteroids, that's a different story. And we've covered that in other topics dealing with Planet X. And these objects in the Kuiper belt, the asteroid belt, can they be perturbed, knocked into the path of Earth? Well, folks, anything is possible when dealing with space, our solar system, our galaxy, the entire universe. And ladies and gentlemen, I have been investigating Planet X for quite a long time, and going back to 2012 and 2013, the subject matter of Comet Ison and Comet Encke, they came up. This Comet Ison was moving in to our solar system, headed towards Earth. There was a direct relationship between Planet X and this comet. Now, folks, it is my personal opinion that this big scare on the inbound Comet Ison was probably some disinformation systematically put forth. Now, going back to 2013, I was investigating Planet X. I did review all of the information that was being published about this comet. And you're looking at old footage pertaining to Ison and Ison coming in and rounding the sun. And ladies and gentlemen, a lot of you ask, and a lot of people state, how can an object get so close to the sun and survive? Well, ladies and gentlemen, in 2013, Comet Ison made its trip into the solar system. It was picked up by many of NASA's space telescopes, and it was observed, and the sun did not destroy it. It made its way around the sun, as you can see in this SOHO footage. Pretty spectacular, very interesting, but it did survive. I've been finding objects around our sun for quite some time, and if you've been watching my videos, you've seen the information. Some people do try to explain these anomalies that I refer to as Planet X. The X factor. What is it? Why is it there? But the fact of the matter is, folks, this big ball of ice, referred to as Comet Ison, as you can see, it made its way directly towards the sun, a sun-grazing comet. Was it completely destroyed? I don't think we'll ever know. But viewing the video footage provided by NASA's space telescopes, it seems like it did survive. At least a portion of it did. And again, we will probably never know. But one thing I do know is over the course of the last year, I've made some pretty good observations and findings and discoveries of what I truly believe is our Planet X. And I truly believe that this object, and possibly many more, have made their way into the inner solar system and near the sun. Now, I've provided a lot of evidence, a lot of photographic evidence that this is occurring. It has occurred. But once again, folks, there's always going to be that question, and I will continue in my research, my investigations into this matter. Now, at the end of this video, you're going to see a pretty good explanation of comets and Comet Ison and how comets come in and where they come from. And again, for all of you that sent in your emails asking about the relationship between Planet X and comets, well, this will give you a good explanation about comets and where they come from in deep space, how they make their way around our sun. It's very interesting, and the reason why I'm providing this video at the end is for your knowledge, your education. But again, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think that there is any relationship between comets and Planet X. I also don't think that there is any relationship between the extinction of dinosaurs and Planet X. And I hope that this answers your questions. So sit back and watch the video at the end, and it will give you a pretty good explanation of comets and their interaction with our sun.
All the comets that we can see from Earth are orbiting the sun, but some belong to a special group called sun-grazing comets. Sungrazers are comets that come very close to the Sun at their nearest approach, a point called perihelion. To be considered a sungrazer, a comet needs to get within about 850,000 miles from the Sun at perihelion. Many come even closer, even to within a few thousand miles. Being so close to the Sun is very hard on comets for many reasons. They are subjected to a lot of solar radiation, which boils off their water or other volatiles. The physical push of the radiation and the solar wind also helps form the tails, and as they get closer to the Sun, the comets experience extremely strong tidal forces, or gravitational stress. In this hostile environment, many sungrazers do not survive their trip around the Sun. They don't actually crash into the solar surface, but the Sun destroys them anyway. Many sungrazing comets follow a similar orbit, called the Kreutz path, and collectively belong to a population known as the Kreutz group. In fact, close to 85% of the sungrazers seen by the SOHO satellite are on this orbital highway. Scientists think one extremely large sungrazing comet broke up hundreds or even thousands of years ago, and the current comets on the Kreutz path are the leftover fragments of it. As clumps of remnants make their way back around the Sun, we experience a sharp increase in sungrazing comets, which appears to be going on now. Comet Lovejoy, which reached perihelion on December 15, 2011, is the best-known recent Kreutz group sungrazer, and so far it is the only one that NASA's solar observing fleet has seen survive its trip around the Sun. Comet Ison, an upcoming sungrazer with perihelion on November 28, 2013, is not on the Kreutz path. In fact, Ison's orbit suggests that it may gain enough momentum to escape the solar system entirely and never return. Before it does so, it will pass within about 40 million miles from Earth on December 26th, assuming it survives its trip around the Sun. All comets are great laboratories for scientists to learn more about our solar system, but sungrazing comets can also help us learn about the Sun. Their tails of ionized gas illuminate invisible magnetic fields, so they can act as a tracer, helping scientists observe these normally unseeable features. Such fields have even ripped off comet tails, allowing astronomers to watch them blowing in the solar wind, a wind that abruptly accelerates between 1 and 5 million miles from the Sun. Because of this, researchers will be watching Ison and other sungrazing comets very closely. And since we are in a period of high sungrazing comet activity, scientists can expect many more chances to watch these beautiful, natural research satellites in the coming years.